First up, we have Nanaha, the Team Heart, played by Lumi-chan. Nanaha is...
A dark afflicted monk at this point, but hey, we're happy, we're good, we can poof now. Who's human, who is just trying to keep the last kid alive.
Next, we have Saya, the Water Ganassi genie-packed warlock, who is very, very annoyed to be called selfish when she's actually doing something somewhat selfless for once. Next, we have Raz, played by Mizegus. Raz is...
a Shadarkai fighter barbarian who was actually knocked out for the first time last week. A feat I'm sure Fluffy will be more than happy to replicate in the future.
Next, we have Pocket, played by Desanay. Pocket is...
a tabaxi phantom who is no longer sick and is prepared to do a stab.
And it's apparently from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, yo!
Next, we have Team Mom Verity, played by the one and only Mr. Pounce. Verity is...
I mean, if this is she's a divine soul sorcerer, all right? Just gonna heal and blast shit. And I gotta make it complicated. Is this our thing now? Can it please not be our thing?
Come on, I'm blasting here.
Next, we have one of the few holy men left in Barovia and Lumberjack Jesus, Axel, played by Lennon Marks. Axel is...
Axel is a human devotion paladin / light cleric / lumberjack Jesus / snake kebab maker, hopefully.
And last, but definitely not least, we have GM extraordinaire Fluffy Snowfall, here to take us back underwater in Barovia versus giant snakes.
It's just the one snake, right?
As far as we
as far
know.
As you know.
My God, if that thing's filled with more snakes, I don't know.
Well, no, he'd be filled with zombies that are filled with snakes.
I'm sure you've had enough of these mother effing snakes on this mother effing demi-plane.
Oh my God, how long were you waiting to crack that one off?
About 15 seconds.
On the fly.
All right. Having gone out on their aquatic adventure, Saya was ambushed and kidnapped by a variety of strange creature, brought to an island that was seemingly taken over by a hag that had a bit of a vendetta against her grandfather. The party reconvened, made their way down into a submerged cave below the surface of Lake Zarovich, confronted the hag. Roz had a bit of a heart attack, and they managed to slay the aforementioned creature. However, the summoning portal that she was working on kept active and gained enough power to open, releasing a very large, green, sickly-looking serpent. And this is where we will pick back up. And Nanaha, I believe it would be your turn.
Okay, I am going to tell the kid to swim away behind me, or at least swim a little bit further back without my assistance. And I'm going to poof up to that snake.
Okay.
And I'm going to hit it 3 times.
Okay.
First one's at advantage, remember.
Well, that'll have to be the second one because I hit the button already.
That hits. That hits. And that does not.
2 out of 3, not bad.
You... Actually, I won't retroactively do this, but you are underwater, so so any melee attacks would be at disadvantage, except for let me double check something here. Apologies.
Typically,
no
it's
worries.
dagger, javelin, short sword, spear, or trident are not reduced.
Yes.
I'm
They are not.
surprised fists that by themselves are at disadvantage.
Well, because a fist has a flatter surface area.
All right. Well, if we were going off the original, the first one was rolled straight, and that would have been the advantage one. And then the one that I rolled at advantage would count as disadvantage, so if the 15 would have hit, it's still okay. And the last one, well, I could see if I rolled a 1.
I'm just going to accept it because I did not remember until you had already done your things. So
No worries.
the first 2 attacks still hit.
So it's 16 damage.
Punching a snake is a very weird experience.
Especially a wet one.
Okay. It is going to use a legendary action
We're in a lair.
to move half its speed. And now Verity.
So I can't do an attack of opportunity on it because of the legendary action?
You can actually.
Can I also get my attack of opportunity as it entered my range?
Do you get that for entering?
With Polearm Master.
Okay, yeah, then go ahead.
Rolled it at
That is going to-
disadvantage.
Yeah, that's going to miss, unfortunately, as you punch out at it.
All right.
That unfortunately is going to miss, Axel.
Excellent. Okay.
More data.
Well, time for an acoustics experiment underwater, I guess. Reading something quickly. So, give me the. How do we test for distance? I forgot about that. That should be. Whoa, God! Don't move me. That should be 60 feet. So we'll just ring the thingy. Oh, Fluffy, did Lumi's damage still stick or no?
Stuck, yeah.
Okay. Well, I was sure. Legendary things sound legendary. Snakes known for their wisdom.
That's a weird way to roll average.
This dark
Leader of
underwater,
min-maxing.
this dark midnight, blackish, colored bell just kind of forms in the air, and you see blood just sort of oozing out from beneath the creature's eyes as you deal damage to it.
Creepy. Did it look like it got the whole damage, or did it look like it kind of shrugged off, say, oh, I don't know, half?
Got all the damage.
Oh my God! It's not resistant to necrotic. This is the best fight ever. Cool. Let's back up 10 feet. Maybe, yeah, and then we'll end our turn.
One,
Don't do that.
2, 3. Okay, it's going to burn the last 2 of its legendaries to make a bite attack at Axel.
My face.
It's too
That would be a
handsome.
23.
Yeah, my AC is currently 20.
Okay.
Wait. Somebody get a lottery ticket. Axel got hit.
I get hit semi-frequently.
All right. That is 9 points of piercing damage, and you are grappled.
Cool.
Poke it.
Gonna circle around grappled Axel. Get off my buddy! And do a stab.
Oh yeah.
Pocket's so brave when Axel's in danger.
Holy moly, wow.
As you awkwardly doggy paddle around Axel and swing the rapier, you just completely whiff, as you were not anticipating the resistance in the water for going swoosh.
I'm adjusting! And that's the end of my turn.
Rogues don't get 2 attacks at 5?
Nope.
Nope. Wow, rogues suck. Sorry,
Rogues
buddy.
never get 2 attacks.
Nani?
Rogues are awesome.
Rogues are all about doing one single fuck you attack. Okay. It is next turn. Going to use one of its attacks to attempt to swallow Axel. That is a 20.
Yep.
So, Axel, you are blinded and restrained, and you are swallowed. Numph. Okay, it is going to use its second attack to swing its tail at Shadow Raz. That is a 21 to hit, so Shadow Raz is poofered. And that will be its turn. Aya.
Okay, so I assume to grab the kid would be to my action.
Correct.
Alright, well, kid's on his own then.
Yeah, the kid is currently kind of in like a semi-dazed state.
Alright, well, either way, kids on their own. It just ate my Lumberjack Jesus, so we're going to Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Yep, that, yeah.
Saya
We'll
and her
add the-
priorities.
Yeah, we'll add the 3 cold onto that.
The cold damage, it doesn't take as much as you would have liked.
That's fair. Either way, still gonna add it. Second verse, same as the first?
That hits. As you launch these blasts of greenish energy at the thing, like you just see like bits of flesh sloughing off in the water. Like the blood is this like blackish purple color. It is very unnerving.
Well, hopefully Axel will eventually be able to see out if I keep blasting away enough. We're just gonna stay where I'm at because as much as I'm not a huge fan of defending the child with my body, I know the party would really not like it if I didn't.
Alright. Sneck is going to use 2 of its legendary actions to attack Pocket.
Why are you like this?
That is a 19.
Yep.
Okay, that is 19 points of piercing damage, and you are grappled.
Uncanny dodge.
So that is 8 points of piercing damage, and you're still grappled.
Yeah.
And Sneck has you in mouth.
Please no.
Roz, you are up.
Raz takes a moment, and the shadows stretch out to resummon his doppelganger, and then he will utilize his basic attack and an incarnate attack to stab at the snake twice.
Okay. That hits. Oh. I was like, why did you do 2 damage? I missed the first attack. Yeah, both hit.
And that will be his turn.
Axel,
Hi,
you
CLP.
take 9 points of acid damage and 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you are being snake digested.
Sounds lovely. Well, I think we're gonna have to angry Geppetto this.
You are restrained, so it will be at disadvantage.
I think I have disadvantage for about 4 different reasons, but they don't
Yeah.
stack. So, some spear attacks, yo.
Yeah. Okay, yep. The first one didn't look like it was going to hit, but that second roll, yeah, I think the second roll of that advantage hits.
Excellent. Well, given the situation, I am going to second level smite.
Okay.
This thing is this thing undead?
No, it is not.
Okay.
Okay.
The D4 is from Divine Favor.
Sure. All right. It succeeds on its con save to keep from throwing you up from that shredding of its internal organs.
All right. Well, second spear attack.
Okay, that hits.
First level smite. God, I'm just the stereotype. Oh well.
He's doing exactly what he said he wouldn't do.
I mean, I feel like if you're being eaten alive, it's probably cool to like fall into tropes if you need to.
It's a lot better than somebody casting a shatter on you while you're inside of it.
Hey,
Yeah.
that was for the good of the party.
All right.
There's a story behind this.
Not enough damage for it to throw you back up, but you do a bunch of damage to it.
All right, and then the butt end of the just like tongue depressor him or something. See if I get him to throw me up.
Sure.
Go for the uvula!
That hits. Damn.
Well, last spell slot.
Disadvantage. We laugh at your disadvantage.
Yeah, seriously. Jesus. Nope, not enough damage to hit the threshold. Sorry.
Darn.
You have to do 15 damage from in it to make it go blah.
Curses. All right, well that's all right. I'll just take the damage then, and that's my turn. Get me out of here.
We're trying.
There's probably enough holes in it now we can hear him.
You can hear a very muffled Axel blarg. Nanaha, you are up.
All right. So if I poof next to Pocket, would I be like at head neck joint area?
Sort of, yeah. Yeah, you can make that work.
I'm gonna start hitting there, trying to get him to barf.
Okay. You're at disadvantage, remember?
Wouldn't the
I
first one be
poofed.
neutral?
Right, derp, sorry. Thank you. That hits, and the second one would hit too. Thank you, Lennon.
You're welcome.
I want to get my friend out, thank you.
Disadvantage? What does that mean? That
Apparently Saya crits and everybody's like, oh no, Saya crit, we can't let disadvantage do anything.
I promise you, though, those were at disadvantage.
This'll teach the snake to swallow our lumberjack.
Dude, why would you swallow the sharp thing, though? Like, seriously.
I like swallowing blades.
To be fair, it probably plans on swallowing all of us, and that was just the first thing it grabbed.
Probably.
Are you into the sea shanties now, HPG? Yeah.
Oh, I was waiting for you to say something.
Yeah, hon, we didn't hear you.
Yeah.
I hear sounds from upstairs, but I can't hear you, dear.
Ew.
Oh, she's muted on Discord.
She just did that.
Oh.
Maybe the mic got unplugged or something. I promise this time I didn't kill anything.
You know, the heating blanket has not crept its way into the other room.
The heating blanket is on my legs because I'm a grandpa. That's well known at this point. But I have not done anything to the power plugs by moving the heating blanket.
Well, and you're still here, so...
Yeah, good sign.
hear me, and the audio's a bit garbage.
Huzzah! There's a fluffy.
His voice.
How bad is it, by the way?
Not so bad. It's a little garbled when you first start, but then beyond that, it's fine.
All right. Yeah, I don't know why my recording drivers keep getting corrupted.
Hmm.
Ooh.
That's
Vanity,
not good.
you're up.
All right. Well, it has swallowed Axel, and that is a problem. So she's gonna do the thing that she is only allowed to do once a day. She probably hang on. She needs to close the distance again. All right. Whoop. Sorry, it's only 60 feet. And use that creepy sorcerer demonic bloodline thingy and lasers.
That's why I don't see you.
Yeah, I'm outside of probably your dark vision range. Sorry.
No worries.
There it is. That's questionable.
That just hits.
Oh, see, I mean, I've got Irina's inspiration and my favor if I need it. So. Blah!
Roll to save. That is a 26 to save.
Her DC's only 16. Don't worry.
Sorry. It is resistant to poison, however.
Of course it is. Go ahead. That's all I got anyway.
It's snake. I'm sorry.
11's not bad damage anyway.
I mean, for a second level spell slot, it kinda is.
Alright, fair.
Oh, it doesn't not. I don't think it costs a spell slot, right? Because it's a class.
No, it's a freebie anyway. Thank
Yeah.
goodness. So.
Okay. Pocket.
Because I do believe in disadvantage, I will steady aim and go for a fucking eyeball.
Okay. That is going to hit. You do manage to gouge out one of its big yellow eyes that is focusing on you. Purplish black blood dissipating. It gurgles a scream as it kind of just like...
Fucking let me go.
All right. It is its turn. Okay, that is a natural 20 to swallow pocket.
I am super swallowed.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, kind of sucks in here.
That's the worst mixer.
Okay, that is 26 points of piercing damage.
To me,
To you, yes.
uncanny dodge.
You uncanny dodge its bite somehow while you're inside of its mouth.
I don't know how, but
he
it worked.
dodges the big fangs. Like he still
Yeah.
gets the crunches, but he dodged the big fang.
What was the full
Rogues,
damage?
man. How do they work?
The full damage was 26, so 13.
Got
Okay, Roz, it is going to swing its giant tail at you as it turns to start trying swimming around your group. That is a 19 to hit.
That will miss.
All right.
Nice.
It is going to attempt to swim, and that is going to get a attack of opportunity from Roz.
Not need to?
No, because it's staying within your attack range.
Aha, okay, yeah.
Unfortunately, that is going to miss. So the blackish blood is kind of like filling the water, making it very inky and kind of difficult to see through. You swing your spear and it hits nothing. Saya.
Now it's eaten the cat too. This is really unfortunate, and I'm not a fan. Well, that's gonna miss.
Your first Eldritch Blast goes wide. You hear the sound of it connecting with the stonework at the back of the cave.
seriously?
Apparently.
She's underwater, man. It's like,
Yeah,
you know,
we're in my
she's
element.
she's powered
Yeah,
up.
that second one hits.
And the 3 cold will also get tossed in there, even though it's not taking all of it. But
Any extra damage is extra damage.
that was my thought.
Okay. Yeah, it's looking pretty rough. Roz, your go.
The clone moves slightly closer, and we will unleash 2 throws of the blood spear at
Okay.
the thing.
And both, you're still in a cloud of blackish blood, and both spears kind of dissolve into nothing as they swing past the giant snake, reforming in both your hands.
Okay. That's it.
Hey. Axel, that's 3 points of bludgeoning damage and 10 points of acid.
Okay.
And it's your go.
Harumph. Okay. Well, all right.
Actually, before that, I forgot that it's its turn, so it gets its actions back. So it is going to make a bite at Nanaha, then you can go. No, it's not going to make a bite at Nanaha. It's going to bite at the water. Apparently, having one eye makes it hard to see things.
I'm gonna use my last 15 points of lay on hands on myself.
Okay, sounds good.
And then that was my action, and I don't have any bonus action stuff, so that's my turn.
Okay. Nanaha, you're up.
All right, where's its head?
You are facing butt. As it lunged at you, it turned back. You are facing tail end.
Now am I at the head?
Yes. Also, something I need to say, if you shadow poof, you can only make 2 attacks.
All right.
I forgot, so I've been giving you free attacks.
Sorry, dear.
Okay, that one hits.
That one does not.
Does not.
Better than nothing.
Any damage is damage. Verity.
Well, she was getting annoyed that it wouldn't die and was going to lightning bolt it, but then, there's 2 people inside it, which is probably, you don't want to erupting earth it either. I wish I had a little more time to think about this. Hang on.
Do you have anything that would make it sick?
I mean, I literally cast Ray of Sickness last turn, and it did fuck all, but...
Well, damn.
I mean, it's poison damage against the snake, so it would have to be, I don't have Ray of Nausea, sadly.
Sadly.
Ray of Morning Sickness. Hey!
Well, it does look pregnant.
I mean... I've got Crown of Madness, but it's a human.
Twins.
Oh, God. Oh, that's so funny. I don't know why. Fluffy, if I lightning bolt it, it's gonna fry the fuck out of those 2, isn't it?
You don't know. It might. It
There's
might
only
not.
one way to find out.
Yeah, but if I kill them,
I
That's
believe
a
in
lot
you,
of
Pounce.
favors.
If I deserve it, I deserve it.
oh God, and that's all right. Okay, fine. All right. That's a dexterity save. It's a snake. It'll be fine. Good luck, everybody inside, because this is the only attack I have that does consistently well.
Okay. Pocket and Axel, can you make me dexterity saves at disadvantage, please?
Oh, that was the wrong thing, but it's the same.
Okay. First off, how would you like to kill the snake, Verity?
You're not going to ask me that question more than once this turn, are you?
We'll see.
Oh, come on, Fluffy, don't do this to me. Okay. So, all right. So she sort of aims this, with the spell book, right? She picks up the spell book and looks at it, and really tries to concentrate this time, but it doesn't. It obviously being not her natural ability, it doesn't really work. So she casts a lightning bolt and basically goes whomping into the ceiling as it shoots out, and it just goes, and it's void black lightning that kind of just we'll say, since it's hitting both of them, it sears the snake in half. Right between where Pocket and Axel are.
Okay.
And where it hits, it just sort of begins to decay into nothing, and the snake literally sort of if you burn a wick at both ends and it goes, it sizzles and like a fuse in both ends. That, but with spooky death decay.
Okay.
And hopefully not Axel and Pocket.
Pocket
too.
and Axel, you take 29 points of lightning damage.
How would you like to do this?
Yeah. How is it, Pounce?
You're fine. Is it dead or unconscious?
Unconscious.
Oh, then just
You'd have to
residual.
do you'd have to do double their HP to kill them outright.
Residual. We'll say that the force of the bolt is what gets them, not the necrotic creepy shit. So, since it is technically lightning damage, she splits the uprights a little too much, too well, and just kind of clips both of you with it.
Okay. Alrighty. So, as the chaos settles, and there is some electricity just sort of jolting around, you see the bodies of Axel and Pockets raising up towards the ceiling, Axel's falling down towards the cave floor.
I would like to swim closer and use Spare the Dying twice, please.
We would we're gonna have to keep rounds of combat open because there would be some death saves involved.
Okay, that's fine. How fast can she swim?
Half your move speed.
Half your movement.
Oh,
I can get to one of them easily.
No, it's fine. I can hit it from a distance with distance spells for at least one of them. Probably the other two.
Okay.
Yeah, but my turn comes before yours.
It's fine. Do what you want. We have to make sure that this does not end. I mean, preferably both, but if I kill the fan favorite Pocket, I will never hear the end of it.
All right, but yeah, you can move your 15 feet closer.
All right, so let's do just a straight line, 5, 10, 15, and that is 30 feet to them as both. So she'll spend a sorcery point to spare the dying on Pocket and undo what she did.
Didn't you already use your action this turn?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, well then I guess she'll swim 50 feet closer and just hope that Lumi's faster than her.
Okay, Pocket, roll a death save, please. Okay, that's one failure. Saya?
Don't echo it. Don't echo it. No.
Is there anything you can do?
Logically, no. I don't have proficiency in medicine. Like, the best thing I can do is I can actually swim faster than everybody. So I guess I'm going to hook the kid under my arm.
Okay. The kid is sort of coming to now, and is, like, whimpering underneath your arm.
We'll get you out of here. Just stay with me. She doesn't like kids very much.
Who could blame her?
Alright. Roz, is there anything you would like to do?
Does Nanaha look like she's staring more at Axel or Pocket as they separate out of the snake? One going high, one going low.
Roll an insight check. Nanaha, which one are you looking at?
Axel, because he's right in front of me.
Well, then in
You
that
see-
case, the Shadow Raz moves up next to Pocket. I then transpose myself between them for half of my movement, and using my action, give Pocket the smaller healing potion that I have.
Okay.
Days,
Alright,
if you
we'll
want to
do
roll 2d4 plus 2.
Gotcha. I assumed you'd roll it. Just a sec.
Power potions.
Yeah. Okay,
Dang.
mark that off your inventory, please.
I did.
All right. Axel, please make your death save.
Burble.
Burble. Okay.
Stop
Nanaha,
dying!
Make a medicine check. If you are, I assume you're going to try and stabilize him.
Oh, you're talking to me. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, it glitched at the beginning of your sentence.
I'm sorry.
So I was going to just use a healer's kit.
Right, you still need to make a medicine check.
All right, just a moment.
Okay, 1 second.
Well,
I'll say 19 should be okay.
the whole point
Yeah,
of the
I'm-
healer's kit is that it stabilizes people. She shouldn't need to make a check with healer's kit.
Okay. They don't get... This is the only campaign I've ever been in that they've actually been used, so...
Well, also I have a special thing with it. Hang on.
Right. That's what I was double checking, was the rules for stabilization. Yeah, so mark down a use of the healer's kit, and Axel roll to heal. Okay.
So I get 13 hit points back there.
You should.
No, actually it should be a bit more, so it's 1d6 plus 4. So she rolled max, that'd be 10 plus... Oh, yep, nope, that's right. Never mind. The 13, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I can't find the flavor text on it in here, so I'm like,
No worries. So Axel like kind of snap to and orient his feet before he lands on the ground. Gives a thumbs up to Nanaha.
Water sucks.
Agreed. Let's get out of here.
Do they know that it was me or Verity that did that?
Imagine.
We didn't see anything. We just
Yeah,
got
it was
blasted and unconscious.
It was dark, they were in a snake tummy, then they were unconscious.
Okay. Yeah, Verity won't say anything, and the swim back, she'll just look really, really fucking guilty.
Raz,
Keep to herself.
Saya, and Nanaha would probably be able to put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, but they wouldn't do that to her, so
I mean, to be fair, we don't know. I mean, do they have like lots of burn marks on them from the lightning, or is it? I mean, they were just in the stomach. They could have been knocked out in the stomach, and
Yeah.
Verity's lightning blast could have freed it and made it so that we could actually get to them in time.
I mean, they would have some burns, some from acid, some from lightning.
That seems like
Okay.
we'd have to put a lot of effort in to actually determine what those burns are, and it's just easier to say they fell unconscious due to stomach acid and Verity got them out.
with my 19 medicine, I probably know, but I wouldn't say
no,
anything.
no, no.
Yeah, I would say with your 19 medicine, you'd know.
No, shh, damn it.
I know your secrets.
The child that was mangled, is there at least... Is the corpse in multiple pieces, or is it like 2 pieces?
And just bring back the head. It's fine.
It's roll an investigation check if you're going to try and find it.
I suppose after
Well,
Pocket wakes
I mean,
up in
it's just the
Roz's arms, he will let him go.
Oh, my big strong man.
You find some bloody chunks. You're not sure if it was a kid or the witch or a zombie.
Gotcha. Any identifying clothes?
Not really. The lightning kinda destroyed that atop with the shredded earth and combat.
All right, we tried, and I'm leaving with the group.
Is the summoning portal like closed at this point? Like, what happened after the snake escaped out of it?
After the snake escaped out of it, it seems to be temporarily on. Like there's a shimmering surface on it. It
I will
seems
grab
to
whatever
still
the
be
witch has.
active.
Anybody want to like magic at this thing? Maybe.
I'll wiggle my fingers and hope magic comes out.
Good luck.
All out of juice, Nanaha.
Saya will pass the kid off to someone. I'm sure Nanaha will take them.
Poof.
And,
The kid is very like
It's okay. It's okay. I'm not gonna mention that the water's warm. We're gonna just get you out of here in a minute.
Water is
Does-
warm because
mentioned
there's
it,
blood
though.
everywhere.
I figured the water's warm because the kid probably pissed himself by now.
Also,
Or herself.
it's a little boy. Also, I am not going to mention X by saying you're not going to mention X means you just mentioned it.
Oh, I know. I was muttering that part under my breath. The kid knows, and anybody else in range knows, but I'm not going to shout it.
Yeah, I'm sure Saya is very much aware and very much not a fan. Can I do an Arcana check on it?
Yeah, go ahead.
I will give her advantage. Go, Saya! Shit.
It seems to be a portal that, from what you can tell, seems to be to some other plane of existence, but you don't know where and you don't know how it works.
That's fair. That's pretty much how Saya goes through life with magic anyway. I mean, it's a portal to somewhere else. Don't know how it works. Don't know where it goes.
It cracked when Verity hit it with the when she tried to collapse the cave on it, right?
Still functioning.
Right. No, I'm just saying. So it can be damaged, though, is what she
Yes.
see.
Yeah, Roz is going to try to take his quarterstaff because it's bludgeoning and try to like bash part of the frame so it like cracks or breaks.
Okay. Feel free to do that if no one's going to stop him.
Am I rolling attacks, or I mean, I'm just going to keep bashing at it for a minute or two.
If no one stops you, you can take care of it within a minute or so of bashing.
I guess before he gets too far, like as soon as he raises the quarterstaff, Saya's gonna say, just so you guys know, like that might have been her plan to get out of here. Apparently my grandfather imprisoned her here, so, you know, maybe we should look into it a little bit deeper.
What is in the leather bag that the hag had?
There are some finger bones.
Mmm.
What looks to be some, like, rotten fish, but then there is also a bright blue sapphire about the size of a fist. And there is a old leathery book that is wrapped up in sheep's bladder.
How rotten is the fish?
Oh, Pocket, no.
If you call it fermented, you could
Okay.
probably justify eating it.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. We'll toss out the finger bones and the fish, and return to Axel with the remaining two, with the sapphire and the book. You make any sense of this guy?
So, you were able to figure out it's a book. It's like sealed in a sheep's bladder, so like you felt book shape to it.
Oh,
I assume
dry.
I assume we don't want to open a book bladder here.
Yeah, well, we'll check that out on the surface. Good find on the sapphire, though. We'll need to figure out what that, or figure out if that's anything, or if it's just our payment for this goddamn snake.
I'll wait on the surface for something for checking on the sapphire.
Well, are we going to try to go through this portal, check it out, or just going to break it so nothing else comes through?
Can your shadow go through it?
It'll dissipate as soon as it goes through because it's not going to be very close to me anymore, I assume.
Fair.
Draw
I
straws?
mean, what about sending your dragony thing?
Technically, yeah, Mogget can go. Technically. Because that's probably going to be another plane of existence, so if Mugget can't get back, then that's going to be a fun experience.
1 second here. This might help. So I'm going to take the rope of climbing that I've got off of my belt and use the command word to knot it, so it like... I'm basically like tying this rope magically around Mogget.
Mm-hmm.
If you are going to send her, we can at least keep a hold of her.
So Saya's going to like pull Mugget up to her face. Alright, I want you to go through the door, look around very quickly, and then try to come back, okay?
You get a emotional sense of, okay, kind of nervous, but agreeing.
Quick nuzzle, and then let them go.
Was that emotion we just saw from Saya?
Remember, Mugget is a piece of her.
Which piece, though? Like any of the good bits, or just like something stupid like her foot?
Probably all of the good bits.
Oh no!
Mugget is
all
good,
right.
Saya is not.
They go through the portal, and there's a bit of a shimmer, and your connection to Mogget is cut off. And the rope is also cut off at that point.
Yeah, I knew the connection would be cut off, because if they're on another plane of existence, then I can't feel them there.
Wait, like the rope like detached?
It was cut. It'll grow back, because I'm not going to do it dirty to your magic item, but...
Well, that's fine. I'll start like reeling it in and wrapping it up. Well, that's not what we wanted.
How are you going to get him
Here's
back?
assuming... Well, we could give it a minute and see if they come back.
Yeah, Saya was gonna wait like 5 minutes, and then if Mugget doesn't return, when Verity asks, well, I'll resummon them.
Yep, Mogget does not return.
That sucks.
Well, I'm glad I didn't volunteer to go in there with them.
Well, I don't think we're going to get any full-on information unless one of us does, so we either destroy it or go through it.
I take it you can't resummon Mugget and ask them when they're back, yeah?
Well, that would be a DM question, because I have to go through the whole process of resummoning Mugget, which is the full ritual thing.
Yeah, you'd have to go through and do the ritual and whatnot.
And, like, I don't know if the Mugget that we summon at that point is going to have the memories of old Mugget.
It's essentially the same creature.
I mean, I can certainly try. Do we trust that this thing isn't going to spew anything out while I go up, cast this ritual, and then come back?
Perhaps we should take a more logical approach to the situation. The dimension or plane of existence that the door goes through, we know nothing about other than that it was populated by at least one giant snake, which means there could be more giant snakes on the other side. Now, assuming we can even come back, which it doesn't look like we can, we may be trapped on an even worse plane of existence than this one.
So I'm hearing at least one more vote for smash the thing.
I think that's the best course of action. The only thing that we know about this so far is that it spit out a giant snake and a friendly creature didn't return. So it's probably not going to be a warm welcome on the other side.
Verity will like lean over next to Sai and just be like, do you know if there are any planes of like snake-like creatures?
Not off the top of my head, but the planes are very intriguing and interesting.
I just thought maybe because your ears are, they have that sort of reptilian fin thing going on. I thought maybe
I'm
would know.
amphibious, Verity.
I don't know.
So
Smash
what's
it.
the all right. I heard a vote.
Yeah.
He starts smacking at the
Wait,
thing.
wait! Back up!
Saya,
Back up!
Saya's just gonna start backing up.
Magical things tend to have a bit of an adverse reaction if they are forcibly.
I can still see it, so I'm going further back.
Someone grab the child who stalked me.
Is it Nanaha?
I'll grab the
I
child.
already have the
Yeah. The kid is kind of like nervously swimming along.
And Shadow Raz just starts wailing away on the side of the portal in hopes to break it and collapse it.
About a minute of just whacking at it with a shadow staff. The silvery portal on the inside kind of fizzles out and fades. The stone archway crumbles and collapses in on itself.
Oh, that was far more benign than I was expecting.
Not everything explodes when you blow it up.
Well, I just meant, generally speaking, from what we have experienced here, of course, in Barovia, the worst possible thing that can happen in any given situation at any possible time has a very high probability of occurring.
It does, but we've had a fairly good day today. And hey, you bailed us out. Thanks, Verity.
Now, does she know that she kind of accidentally fried them a little bit?
That's up to you. You're smart enough to know what your spells do.
Ah, yes, of course. You're welcome, Axel. Yeah.
Shall we continue the rest of this on the surface where we can breathe? I don't know how long these potions are supposed to last, but this child was down here a lot longer than we were.
That's a good call.
Yeah,
The
and
surface.
I'm certainly not going to be able to swim Axel to the surface if he suddenly can't anymore.
So you are able to get everyone up. Axel, I'm going to need you to roll some athletics checks to swim up, but everyone else can get up pretty easily.
Once we get to the part where it dives down, I'm gonna send up the rope of climbing to like give me something to just so I can like climb up the wall instead of having to swim in this armor.
Yeah, you can do that. You'll still need to do some athletics checks, please.
Can do.
So 2.
Spider Axel.
Normal, advantage, disadvantage.
Normal, because I would say there'd be disadvantage climbing underwater, but advantage because rope, so straight.
Okay.
Alright, yeah. It's not too difficult. Takes a little while. You manage to get yourself up to the surface. Your rope had wrapped itself around one of the trees, and you use it to hoist yourself on land.
Once I get up, I just kind of like lay down on my back arms. I was like, well, let's not do that again.
I'm gonna shake most of the water off, but still be miserable.
Verity's gonna. Oh, we just went inside each other. Hello. Verity's gonna go over to Pocket and sort of like just start, silently mending the acid and definitely not lightning burns in his armor.
Once I lay down for a second, I'm going to grab my pack because I assume I didn't take all of my like stuff that could get wet underwater with me.
You left them with Matilda.
Yep. So I'm going to go grab my pack back and start digging through it and pull out a couple sticks of incense and take them over to Saya. Hey, I'm sorry. I know you need these.
Thank you.
Pleased to see you all returning.
We were able to find a little kid. Do you know him?
The little boy looks at her. That would be Boris, right? Yes, priestess. I'm scared. Can we go home now? It's okay,
couldn't-
Boris. It's almost over. Where is Isabella, your sister?
Oh,
I don't know. She was with us, and then everything went dark, and then there was a snake.
Axel catches her eye and just does a little shake of his head.
Can we please go home? And she'll comfort Boris. It's all right. It's all right. We'll let these nice people do their business, and we will go home. Why is there a werewolf with them? And why is that one blue? Shh, Boris, you can't ask people why they're blue.
Saya's gonna
But we
lean
can
down.
think that.
a hand goes over Pocket's mouth. Shh.
Saya's gonna lean down. I'm blue because of my grandfather. It's okay though. I'm not any more or less different because I'm blue.
She swims in so much water that she turned blue like the water.
The hand clamps harder over Pocket's mouth. Do not frighten the child. He's
And-
been traumatized enough.
And we're working on training this werewolf to be a loyal pet and servant to the big armored one.
Anyway, I believe you guys
Good
brought a boat
puppy.
with you.
What was that,
Sorry,
Saya?
you were cut off.
She asked where the boat was. It's over here somewhere, I think.
The
Yeah,
boat's on
the
the
boats are
other
out.
side.
There shouldn't be an attack, based on what she said. She was the one sending the undead, but we might as well get back.
You still see the corpses of the creatures that you fought up here previously. There's a lovely sort of moldy rot smell kind of emanating from the beachfront.
So normal beach smell.
Yeah. All right. Y'all make your way back to the city or the village.
I assume. On the way back, while we're on the boat ride, while I'm mostly dry because it'll take an hour or so for my undercoat to dry, I'll cut open the haggis book with a claw to tear open the lining that keeps it sealed, and flip through the book.
That's not where I wanted to take you. Damn it. Roll 20 is being a derp.
And the book teleports us.
Hey,
we're
we're
back
back
with
at
Esmeralda.
Kazan's tower. Oh my
Hi,
God.
Esmeralda.
Yeah, the dragging you all to the main map. The player's token decided it wanted to stop. All right. So whoever's rowing, I'll need an athletics check from whoever's rowing and a survival check from whoever is navigating.
I assume I'm still rowing.
Ross could help.
Since we're not looking, yeah, I can help. And if you want to roll with advantage, we can.
Okay, cool.
So my survival is a +3. Does anybody have any better?
I'm reading a book,
No.
so
All right, I'll try not to steer us into a storm again.
Verity will. I say you can roll again if you want, because Verity will help to sort of just pretend like she's not fussing over what happened to Axel. And you're better off without her. Don't worry.
No, you can help in the future. It's just we're going to keep the first one.
All right, Pocket. As you're thumbing through the book, you see that the cover is very old. The writing is barely legible on the cover, but it is the Svalich Valley Handbook by Zsolt Delisnia. And it's, as you're thumbing through it, it seems to be just information about locations in the valley, plants, animals that are commonly found here. It's pretty old, but you get a feeling it's still semi-relevant. In terms of game mechanics, if you would like, you can read the handbook for a minute in order to gain wisdom or advantage on wisdom, survival, or intelligence nature checks pertaining to Barovia and related areas.
Gotcha. Well, interesting. I will pass that on to the group, but thumb through for any information regarding the mountain, I believe, which is where the dude said I have to go to get something to save them. Just for any tidbit of information about anything going on there.
Go ahead. This will be a knowledge history, but it will be an advantage. Alright. As you're thumbing through it, you are looking for information about Mount Gakis, which is where the location is.
Yes.
There is a temple made out of amber located on the mountain. The book doesn't have a whole lot of information in there. It seems like the writer just acknowledged its existence and did not go inside said temple, but just noticed, documented it as standing out against the the rest of the area in the mountain. So it kind of stood out as being different and very, very, it seemed to be very, very old.
Got it. I'll save you guys. But I'll share the information with the group and pass the book off to whoever wants to grab it.
I'll grab it for later. Maybe I'll read it tonight or something.
So as we're rowing along, Pocket, have Saya or Verity take a look at that sapphire. That thing seems too big to just be a sapphire. Although if it is, we're gonna get paid.
It's like, well, I do know a thing or two about jewels, but I actually need the tools to look at it. But I'll hand it over to Verity.
Verity looks at it. What am I looking for here?
Do you have identify? Are you trying to figure out if it's magical?
She has no. She just did sapphire.
Well, once we get into town, if there is a jeweler or someone with the tools of a jeweler, I can at least identify it pretty well.
Maybe Blinsky will.
Where's Lennon's wizard when we need him?
Ashrat?
Saya,
Yeah.
is Saya gonna take a look, or?
I also don't have investigate, but I mean, I could look at it.
Do you have detect magic?
No.
What? A party without utility spells?
Does it
We're
feel like-
adventurers.
Is there any magic radiating off of it? Will she be able to feel the magic in her hand?
You'd have to basically sit to. You could sit for the entirety of the boat ride to figure it out.
Oh, she already said she already helped Nanahan navigate. Man.
Oh, I can.
Well, in
I'll
that
do
case,
that
I
if
mean,
we're-
Saya's not doing anything. If you guys just want her to hold on to it for the hour that we're traveling.
Yeah, she'll give it to here. This is blue.
Pass it
You're
off.
good at this stuff, and just hands it.
It's fine to say I'm
Nice
blue.
It's
Trust me, I've been living with that a lot longer than I've known any of you.
gonna see if it's like magical or something. I can't think of any naturally formed gems I've ever come across that are that size.
So it is cut like very. It is cut for display purposes. Saya, as you kind of sit there and just kind of look it over for the extent of the boat ride, you feel there's a just kind of a tugging at the back of your mind. And you look at the underside of your lantern, and there is an indentation that is the same size as the sapphire.
I presume that was not there before. That seems like the sort of thing I would have noticed. But
It was not there before.
oh, well, that's new. And I'm just going to shove the sapphire, or well, set the sapphire into the indentation.
It clicks into place, almost as if like you had two neodymium magnets next to each other.
Wow, it ain't coming out then.
Ah, I think this was for me from grandfather.
So you have to attune to it, but as long as it is attached to your lantern, it acts like a rod of the Pact Keeper.
Ooh.
So for those of you who are not familiar, it gives +1 to DCs and spell attack rolls made with her lantern. And once per long rest, she can regain a spell slot.
Wait, once per long rest?
Yes.
Right, so basically it gives her one more spell slot.
Yeah, she can spend an action to regain a spell slot that she has used.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah,
then
I thought
once per long rest, she can get that ability back.
I thought you meant like, okay, during the long rest you get one spell slot back, but also you get them back because you're long rested.
Yeah, no, it basically means that she has the 2 per short rest, and then a floating 1 per day she can get back.
Gotcha, Nate. So, Saya, what's it worth? Can we sell it?
No.
What?
However,
Why?
However, she holds out like a pouch of the gems that she found while swimming.
Yoink.
No, I think that this was meant for me specifically. As you may notice, it is now part of my lantern.
You notice that after it attached, like the metal of the lantern is kind of a tarnished brass, and there's almost like barnacles kind of growing around it.
So it was because it was blue. How curious.
I mean, dead bodies were once part of your lantern.
Bucket.
It's true.
That's not true. We
I
put
mean,
them
you
in
do
there.
still have those bones in your lantern.
What? No, we
Oh, I
returned
thought
them.
we returned those.
We returned the bones of the saint.
Oh, right, you did.
Yes.
Sorry.
I'm like, no, I don't actually have any body parts in there anymore.
Not today, at least.
Guess we could have like vacuumed up the mulched kid, but
No.
that seems excessive.
Yeah, no thanks.
So, question, Saya. So you went under the water? Why weren't you under the water?
Well, I got an invitation to go meet with the hag, and I took it. And then I stayed there so that she wouldn't kill the priestess. Still haven't heard a thank you, but you know. And then I figured you guys would show up eventually.
She was dragged in by the hag's minions.
Yes, your
That
hands
makes
were
more sense.
bound. Yes.
Yeah, I
She
could have
is-
left anyway.
So I don't think she needs to say what happened. I think we helped her out, and you can drop it.
Just saying. Axel's a hero.
There wasn't an argument about Axel's heroism status, was there? What did I miss? What did you guys do?
Paddled around a bunch trying to find you. It happens.
So as they're fussing, Verity will kind of like not like creep up, but just sort of like try to distance herself from the rest of them behind Nanaha and just be like a little tap 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 on the shoulder as she's navigating.
Hey, what's up?
I need a favor, I think.
Okay.
Can you come to our room tonight in the inn, please? I need you for something that I don't really want to discuss in front of the others yet.
That's fine. Anytime.
Just in case you had plans, I would appreciate it if you didn't do them. Instead, was
I can skip a night of training. It's okay. Promise.
okay. Yeah, are you sure? Because I don't I don't want to inconvenience you. So
Seriously, it's not a problem. I swear.
okay. Well, yes. Well, thank you. I'll just thank you.
I mean, if you guys want some alone time, you can just ask us. I mean, we're like 2 feet away on a boat.
Just put a sock on the door. We'll get the hint.
Verity will ring the just toll the dead in the air super loudly. Just bong! Like shut up.
As delightful as conversation can be in the boat, you make your way back to the shoreline relatively easily. It seems that whatever was causing the disruption in the lake seems to be satiated for now.
That was significantly easier.
What's the day here?
It's very late in the day at this
Okay.
point.
So Axel kind of stretches as he gets out of the boat. Hey, Sai, didn't we have a dinner invitation again tonight?
Oh,
Is that tonight?
damn. Yes. Okay. Like, she's gonna look over the party. Some of you need to change clothes. We're not going to meet with nobles for dinner in that.
Nobles, you say?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Just let me get back to the hotel. I can change.
Pocket?
You have more than one set of clothes?
Yeah, I would say this is pretty much all she has, really.
I have my clerical vestments.
I guess. Am I okay?
Should I put clothes on? I mean, I'm really not wearing much more than like a loincloth.
No, I mean, people just kind of expect that out of people who fight like you do,
I've got an extra set of just some like normal clothes you can wear, Roz, if you need them.
Well, it seems like you will have plans tonight, so thank you for the help. That's
You're very welcome, Matilda. I will probably be by your church either later tonight or in the morning. I do have some business to speak to you about as well. But
all right. That would be good. Come on, Boris. Let's get you home.
Thank you. I don't know
Okay.
where he lives.
Thank you for helping.
you're very welcome.
Anytime. Also, I'm not a werewolf, I'm a cat.
Oh, before Matilda runs off, I'm gonna stop her and say, "Hey, so when we came into town the other day, we long story. I can get to this later, but we had come across the bones of, was it Saint Markovia? What was this? The bones?
It was the bones of Saint Andrel.
The bones of Saint Andrel. That had been missing from your church, from the church when the last priest was there. I left them with the
gravedigger.
The gravedigger. Yeah, I couldn't think of his name. In any case, I left them
Cute
with
gravedigger Milovic.
I left him with the gravedigger there, but I just seemed a little off. Just make sure everything's okay and that they get reset wherever they need to be.
Okay, I will talk to him about it. It is good that those have been returned. It is, they are sacred relics.
But that's all. Thank you. Yeah. May you walk in the light.
May you as well, brother. And at that point, she departs with the young child in tow. If you guys maybe have about an hour before you should be over there for dinner, being a little fashionably late.
So who needs different clothes?
I do.
Probably anybody whose clothes are currently stained with blood.
Or water.
I was about to say, anybody got prestidigitation?
Nope.
Nope.
Yes, my magic doesn't really do that. Sorry.
Worth a shot. Well, I own nothing else, so they're just gonna have to wait for me to dry.
Someone mind coming with me to find a jeweler so I can at least assess the value of this bag of gems?
Do you really think they'd be a jeweler in this town? This isn't exactly known for its commerce.
I think that the most
someone might have the tools at least.
Honestly, I think if anybody has anything, it's gonna be Blinsky.
Or he knows.
Oh, right. Where's
the stockyard has been fairly reasonable to acquire things that I've been looking for, like your cape.
True.
But they haven't really been up for commerce while the undead were attacking, so it may take a day or two for word of our heroic deeds
There you go.
to spread around the town.
Well, then I'll wait, and I'll strip down and start running around to dry off.
Oh, wait, but before you run too far, will you actually come with me back to the hotel? I'm going to need some help getting this armor off.
I'll put my clothes back on.
Verity, do you need help with anything, or still later tonight?
Later tonight is fine. I'll just air dry here.
Do you want me to help you with your hair?
We can leave the two of you alone, and you can talk now while you take care of your clothes as well.
Wow.
She just will ignore Axel. Or not Axel. Sorry, she'll ignore Roz. Whatever. And she's actually, yes, I did want you to help you with my hair. Later tonight, but not for this dinner. And she sort of gets that sort of like hard look in her eye. She's like, I'm going to see Isaac tomorrow.
Alrighty then.
Oh, and you definitely want to have your hair done up nicely for that.
Or in spikes, that could be really cool. Intimidation.
Intimidation? Are we intimidating somebody?
Axel,
I want in.
Yeah, Roz.
Let's talk about apparently these clothes that I should be wearing for this noble dinner.
Yeah, come back with the pocket and I. We can sort it all out. It's there in my bag somewhere.
All right. Well, the clothes sort of fit Roz. They're a little bulkier. But everybody gets dressed and dolled up.
They are just.
I will say, y'all.
So he's got like brown pants and a white shirt.
Nanaha has her hair up in like a more braided French twist.
All right.
I don't have enough time for that. Never mind.
Axel's just like a flowing, like down to the ground, like white and yellow robe with the sun crescent on the front.
Okay. If you would like to take a short rest during all of this preparation, I'll let you do so.
Sounds like a plan.
Attunement generally takes an hour, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's probably what Sai's doing, is just chilling and attuning. Because ritual casting takes longer than normal casting time, and I don't have time to resummon Mogget.
Ugh, I'm scared. So I'll just blow them all.
It's dinner, man. We're gonna be fine-ish.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I've got 10 AC right now, so let's not do any fighting, please. Also, I don't have any weapons because I'm just in.
Saya is now the tank.
I was about to say, I am the most powerful while naked.
Oh, really? Barbarian says what?
Yeah.
I don't-
Oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you over the sound of your heart stopping like a little bitch because you looked at an old lady.
She was creepy as fuck.
Ooh, damn.
Hear that
Damn.
sizzle.
All right. Well, appropriate that the filtered light seems to be going away because there was some serious shade just cast there. And you make your way through the village. Everybody getting what they need or what they have on hand, realizing that they have a dinner date to attend to after dealing with a snake and underwater caverns and craziness. You make your way back to the northern side of the village, to an old, rundown manor. The house having a slouching roof hanging heavy over furrowed gables. The moss-covered walls sag and bulge slightly from the vegetation clinging onto it. You hear the house, you hear the edifice of the house groaning, as if it is just full of self-loathing.
I should point out, Roz did bring all of his weapons and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He's not trusting of such things, so he'd bring everything.
Worst case, just leave it at the door. Have a weapons check.
All right. You make your way to the manor. The front door is currently closed.
Saya, you are the most polite society of us. Do you mind knocking?
I don't know that I would call myself polite society, but I do seem to have a way with words. So Saya will step up to the door and knock firmly, but, politely.
A moment later, the door creaks open. You see an elderly-looking man. Ah, yes, you've arrived. I will go inform the lady of the house that you are here. Please, if there is anything you need while here, let us know. Coat closets are to the sides, and he points to the area surrounding the door.
Thank you. We'll just follow him in.
Trying to.
Log jam at the manor door.
Yeah, I know. It's a very narrow townhousey situation.
After you gentlemen, please. And ladies.
Monster listen check.
Okay, roll perception. You don't hear any monsters.
There's one in the basement. I know it.
Fuck it.
Where shall we go now, since I'd like to let other party members in?
All right. He motions that there is motion through the door to your left as you arrive in. You see through a narrow vestibule, there's a set of stairs going up, and then he points you off to the side where you see a dining room of some sort.
When Raz sees everyone kind of filing in through the window he was staring at, he just kind of shadow warps in. Makes it easier.
Okay.
Avoiding the lines.
You see an ornate dining table stretching the length of the room, a crystal chandelier hanging above it, swaying back and forth. The silverware is tarnished. The dishes are chipped, yet they're all still quite elegant. You can tell that many things here have been probably with the family for decades, if not centuries. Several chairs with backs adorned with elk horns surround the table. Arched windows made of latticework and iron and glass look out onto the small, fog-swept estate. You see, on the other side of this area, a small sitting room. There are 3 elegant couches surrounding an oval table. All are set in front of a fire, and several portraits hanging on the wall. The largest of these portraits, there's a smirking nobleman sporting a broken nose and a tangle of hair graying at the temples. On the other side, you see the visage of Lady Fiona Voctor as she puts down the book she was reading. Hello, my acquaintances. It was very nice to see you make it to dinner this time.
It's our pleasure to be here.
Axel will stand and bow as a greeting. Thank you for re-extending the invitation.
It is no trouble at all. I understand adventurers have a very, how do you say, flexible schedule. So I understand things can change at the moment, or without a moment's notice. Ernst, would you like to go tell the cooks that our guests have arrived? And go fetch the boys. You all seem rather tired, so I'm glad you still could make it today. Would you like something to drink? We have wine. We do have some juice, if that is something you would be interested in.
Mine would be lovely. Thank you very much.
And she motions before Ernst leaves, and the man goes and pours everybody a glass of wine. Now tell me a little bit about yourselves. We have not had the opportunity to get to know each other. And I'd say make it a matter of pride to see such heroic individuals be taken care of.
I don't know what to say.
Nanaha prods Saya under the table to try to get her to talk first because she doesn't want to.
Well, Lady Voctor, I am Saya, from a very small village, but it was my pleasure to come and finish a task my grandfather left unfinished.
Family business, I understand that entirely.
My companions here are also from all walks of life, but if they're willing to share anything...
You were really muted there, Nev.
My companions are also from all walks of life, if they're willing to share.
I mean, we were dragged here against our will and are doing our best to survive a rather inhospitable land.
They found me in a coffin, strangely enough. Promise, not a vampire.
Do note, dragged here against our will, he means Barovia, not this lovely dinner party. I
was willing to let such a slight slip, but I appreciate the clarification.
The robes are maybe not the most fitting clothes for me, but I'm a student of the Morning Lord and somewhat of a soldier.
I see.
Do a little curtsy. I'm Nanaha. I'm a monk. I was from elsewhere and then woke up in a coffin, strangely enough. Not much to tell.
Forgive my judgment, but you do not seem like a lady of the cloth.
From where I came from, my demeanor is not uncommon.
Interesting.
I don't think you've ever heard of Sever's Wall, have you?
I have not.
It's in a similar situation, or was in a similar situation to Barovia. Imagine it being a goblet surrounded in fog.
I see. Well, that is very interesting. Now that we do not have a city or any village at risk of being slain by waterlogged abominations, perhaps it would be behoove me to give a little introduction as well. As I said in our previous meetup, I am Fiona Voctor. I am one of the remaining nobles that survives in this valley. I have brought you here because I believe you are the best hope for removing Vargas from his seat of power. The man is reckless, negligent, and under his rule, this place will continue to fall to ruin. I think that you may be able to help me with that.
Are you looking to take that seat of power?
I would be willing to, if there is no one else capable.
Insight check. Is it that she's willing to or that she wants it?
Roll your insight.
The food smells good.
The food smells really good. You're not entirely sure. Like, you haven't really dealt with a lot of nobility. There's just this air of snobbishness to everything she says. So you couldn't really parse her intentions very well, because the way she said it made it seem that she didn't care, but yet she cared.
Pocket, roll that again, because Verity's thinking the same thing.
Why is Pocket
would that
rolling
be-
again?
I was like,
Oh wait,
so
I
that would
can't
be a
help. I
separate
can't help
check.
him inside his brain. Never mind, forget it. I was going to give him
You
advantage, but I can't
Well,
help
you
his
can roll.
brain.
You can roll.
I mean, we all know how that goes. That's
Try it
why-
anyway.
Break out those potatoes, Pounce.
Wow, look at that!
Oh yeah.
Hang on, there's something wrong with roll 20. I gotta restart.
I tried to make amends with dear Vargas. My youngest, my daughter Stella, and his son Victor were betrothed, but his demeanor towards my daughter was very crude, to say the least. And so we realized that a union of our families would not work in the current situation. And so we need more direct opposition to his reign.
Well, Axel here is very concerned for the religious within your community, that they are not being properly guided under Baron Vargas's rule. So we may be able to work out a deal.
And yet, why don't you tell me your deal, and I will discuss what plans I have.
Society's gonna give the party a look like, yes, feel free to jump in on this if there's something specific, but, well, I think our largest concern is making sure that your village is properly guided and taken care of, which your current burgomaster is very much not doing. I think our biggest concern is making sure that we have a safe place to be able to travel to and from.
That is entirely understandable. I would want the same thing were I in your situation. At about this moment, you see the butler, Ernst, reappearing. Madam, the meal will be served shortly. Your sons are indisposed for the time being. What do you mean, indisposed? It seems they had another night at the Blue Water and are sleeping it off in their bedrooms. Fine. I will discuss this with them later. I just asked that they be here for our guests, but if they wish to drink their days away, so be it. I apologize for that little bit of family drama. My sons are a bit... let us just say they are a bit over-enthusiastic about the bottles being served at the Blue Water.
Ah, has the shipments from Wizards of Wines resumed?
Yes, they have.
Delightful. I'm glad that our work there helped.
You mentioned a daughter. Will she be joining us?
Unfortunately, no.
Doesn't mean you can't get partial introductions.
My
what were their
dear
names?
Stella, my dear Stella is unfortunately not feeling very well. But my other children, there is my son Victor, or not Victor. Sorry, there is my son Nikolai, and my eldest, Carl.
Is there a Lord Voctor around?
And she takes a moment and she looks at the poster, or at the painting on the other side of the wall. There was. Unfortunately, my dear husband. One second. My dear husband, Nikolai Sr., had passed away 3 years ago.
Our deepest condolences.
It is very appreciated. I wish he were still here with me, but there is not much else I can do about that. At this point, a meal is placed out in front of you. Variety of roast meats, veggies. There are some stewed fruits, wine, nuts, and some bread.
Well, then I'll win this race, and I'll just start eating.
Nanaha is very delighted, but is trying to act refined, while eating food. Mostly she's pantomiming what she sees Voctor doing.
Axel is thankful they're not chicken wings.
Verity will eat everything except drink the wine.
Everybody roll Constitution saving throws.
Nani?
Is this for a disease?
The food is very good. I was just fucking with y'all.
He's been at 20 on.
Wait, hang on. Hang on. Delicious! 18!
So does that mean Roz and Lennon are just a touch tipsy?
Depends on how much wine they drank, but yeah. Like I said, just had to fuck with y'all.
Chad appreciated it, so.
So, Matt, bringing it back to business, you all seem capable. I would like for you to take down Vargas's henchman. I know you've had a bit of interaction with Isaac Strasny, and it would do this village a great service if he were disposed of.
Saya's gonna glance around the table, and if nobody, catches her eye, she's gonna respond with, I think that's something we can definitely agree to.
Is good. If you are willing to do that for me, I will take care of the rest of what will be needed for disposing of Vargas's rule.
Seeing as Isaac is the burgomaster's right-hand man, does he sleep with him, at his manor, or does he have his own quarters or place that he sleeps?
Vargas's attack dog does sleep at the manor in his own room, of course, but yes, he stays at the burgomaster's estate.
Does he actually sleep?
I do not know. I have not asked him. Yes, Axel, was it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Lady Factor. Do you happen to know? I understand as the town has been declining that the most are not very happy with the burgomaster's rule. Do you know how much of the guard remains loyal to him?
I would say in it so much as they are loyal to a paycheck and to not have their legs broken by a brute with an oversized arm.
Again, on
Very
that subject, do you know if he works where he patrols during the day? And she kind of casts a sidelong glance at Pocket, and she says, "I have some personal business to attend with him in the morning."
It, uh, it depends. With the recent attacks, Vargas has holed himself up in the manor, and Mr. Strasny has remained there as bodyguard. If things calm down, I imagine he will begin to pick up his regular routine.
No.
And yes.
Sorry. No.
No, go ahead.
Where I'm from, it is not uncommon for one coup to replace a government with an equally corrupt and distasteful one itself. What guarantees do we have that you're not going to turn this place into a pit of hell or sell everyone out to Strahd for some coin?
Raz, roll me an insight check. I would not. First off, I would not sell the village to Strahd. This is technically his domain. He is. What is the word? He is a negligent landlord. But selling this place to him would not be any benefit to anyone. As for the pits of hell, that look around. I'm sure we're already there.
Are we all at least agreed to assist on dealing with Izek? This is directed at the party.
Yes, although Lady Factor, if I may, would it seems unlikely, I understand, but I would like to try to non-violently remove them first before we go for the off with the heads approach. I mean, non-violent is going to be a bit of a loose term there, but before we go straight to throwing them off the castle walls, as it were.
Yes, well, Vargas's fate does not have to be violent. But for this to work, Izek Strasny will need to be removed of. If you can find a way to get him to leave and not return, well, so be it. But I would prefer, for the damages he has done to this village and its people, that he face judgment for that.
Wow,
Understood.
for once, I agree with violence. He was brutalizing children that were already in the stockade.
Raz kind of slaps Pocket on the back. I knew you'd come around.
No!
To the dark side.
Besides,
I understand.
There's everything with Irina as well that he's done. Remember, Saya still doesn't know about the Dolls of Verity.
These are fair points, all. We will. I just. This seems like it could get explosive, and I wish to see the fewest harmed as possible in this effort.
I understand your concern. It is appreciated. This village is only as strong as its people, and if there are no people, the village falls.
So Axel kind of looking around the table to the party. I'm so I intend to draw the town's congregation to the church tomorrow, and get the common folk on our side, which I don't think is going to be too difficult, all things considered. After that, we march on the burgomaster's manor, and he either leaves or we throw him out. And the same with Ezek.
Verity just has that brooding look as Axel explains his plan.
Questions, concerns?
I appreciate your fervor on this, but I would personally prefer a little more subtlety than a grand march. Because Vargas has holed himself in. There's not only Ezek to worry about there. There is also the militia that he hires. Some may be swayed, but without Ezek's removal, many of them will fight. Because any retaliation they would face from your party would be diminished from what Ezek would show them if they defected.
It's a fair point.
We will discuss our plans in greater detail later, where everyone can have some input. But we are agreed that we will handle Ezek, Lady Wachter.
I appreciate that.
Now, we shouldn't let this great food go to waste.
Sorry, what was that?
Oh, we shouldn't let this great food go to waste.
Yes, I appreciate that. Your services will be used wisely, I am sure. She looks at Saya. You know, you strike me as an interesting sort. Are you much of a reader?
If the material tends to be, not harmed by water?
Ah, yes, I see.
Like, I don't drip much, but I don't like to harm books.
I understand. What about your friend? She looks to Verity.
Verity is quite the reader.
You seem like the sort that likes a good read, yes?
She kind of like pops out of that sort of dark reverie she's been kind of, just what? I have been known to study the occasional tome. Yes, of course, yes.
It's interesting. She kind of laughs. It may be a bit old-fashioned of me, but I have a weekly book club that I have been inviting the various ladies and villagers to. Our next meeting is in a couple days, if you would like to join. There is a lot of interesting books that we have amassed, and we would be delighted to have you.
Hang on. Verity EXE has encountered an unknown exception and is currently trying to figure out how to process this. What? All right. Thank you for the invitation. That will we. I am certain we will consider it and would make it if we were available. Yes, of course, yes.
That would be very lovely. What languages does everyone speak?
Common and Elvish.
Dwarvish and common.
Common and Infernal, and technically one other, but I never picked it. So just Common and Infernal.
Common, Elvish, Celestial, and Infernal.
Common, Undercommon, Elven, and Sylvan.
Common, Primordial, Elvish, and Dwarvish.
Axel and Verity. After she says that, she looks at Verity and Infernal. I may have some insight into your situation. You seem like you need help finding that out.
Sus! She kind of regards her with like one eyebrow, goes, whoop.
She just kind of laughs. When you have as much time as we all do, studying languages is something you pick up as a hobby. I never really got the chance to try it. How is my pronunciation?
Does she still have her Barovian accent?
Yes.
Verity will tell her that then.
All right. Well, that is good to know. I never get anyone to practice, as everyone here tends to only speak the common tongue.
So Verity kind of leans back and probably loud enough for Axel to hear because he's only a couple places over. And she's just, in a low voice, I certainly appreciate the help. But I will warn you ahead of time that we have been toyed with enough in this place, and Izek is about to suffer a very grim fate for his own meddling. If you tend to string us along with some of the same, you will see exactly why I have the problems I do firsthand. But please do not regard it as a threat, more of an hopefully promise that I won't have to keep.
He kind of returns your glare, your look with a steely expression. I see. Well, that is good to know.
What check do I have to do to study Verity's body language to see some of this?
Insight if she's trying to hide it, but I imagine she's being pretty overt.
Yeah, like subtlety, Verity. I mean, come on.
Fair enough.
It is a trick she hasn't learned yet.
So I was just gonna kind of be watching this and filing it away.
Eating broccoli like it was popcorn.
Well, I am sure that you all would like to return to some sort of beds for the night. We do have guest rooms that go unused here if you wish to spend the night, but I do not wish to overextend myself.
I believe we have obligations at the Blue Water still tonight.
I understand.
We do appreciate the offer, though.
I am glad to have you for dinner and conversation. I should go tend to my daughter, make sure that she is fed tonight, and go and have a stern talking to my sons.
If she's here, why didn't she join us?
She's been feeling ill.
She's been ill. And to be honest, I did not wish to have guests potentially exposed to the illness.
Thank
We
you
If
for
you would
your
like
have
to-
a number of healers with us.
If you would like to try, I would not say no.
We could take a look at her.
Well, duty calls.
Unfortunately, both Roz and Lady Voctor, after the events of the day, I don't think I would be much help. But after things are settled, I would be glad to take a look at your daughter and see if there's any help that I can offer.
Well, that is good to know. I promise you that she is not drinking anyone's blood. I was merely referring to having Ernst bring up soup for her.
I don't really care, but I think it's just funny to do. But insight check.
Go ahead.
Here comes the 20. Oh, nope.
Not bad though.
She seems to be telling the truth that there's no vampire in her basement or attic or wherever her daughter is.
I don't.
All right, the fact that Fluffy had to clarify vampire is really amusing.
I saw the chat. All right. Well, I will go tend to my children. I am sure you know the way out.
Thank you for the meal and your hospitality, Lady Voctor.
You are welcome.
Thank you, Lady Voctor.
You're very kind.
Sorry, it's like when you leave, the parents are like, "What do you say?" And Pocket's like, "Thank you."
100%. She left the room. Is there anything valuable in here?
Silverware.
Pocket, I will smack you upside the head.
Pocket,
I'm just looking.
Pocket, I will hit you upside. I will hit you with the side of the head with the flat of my blade.
Also, first off, you just see him standing up and looking. You don't see him grabbing anything or announcing what's valuable.
I know exactly what that means. For Axel, I think knows exactly.
I think is 100% sure what the look is. But you know what? To prove a goddamn point, I will full on try to pocket some silverware under his nose.
Okay, roll sleight of
Try
hand.
without him seeing it.
Oh God.
All right, Axel, roll perception, I guess. Dang it.
I imagine this is how it usually went when we were traveling before. It was like, Pocket, don't do that. And then, like, a day later, it's like, hey, we got all this extra money. Where'd that come from?
Yep.
Yeah, but there's nowhere you can sell this shit here.
Pocket, you have some tarnished silver flatware in your inventory.
He has to get out the door, Val. He has to
To
get
the
out
blue
the door.
water.
Got it.
Blue water.
To the blue water.
With our
Also,
ill-gotten
Pocket?
gains.
Something smells off to you. The
Off
back of
like
the-
food off or
Off as in, like, other cats off.
like ammonia and territory marking off.
Yep.
If you pee in Lady Voctor's house,
None will smack him for that. For reals.
Do I hear a cat?
Roll perception. You hear some skittering up above you on the second floor.
So are the rest of us just like seeing Pocket's ears suddenly go up and like back as he's like looking around?
I imagine such.
I imagine you'd notice the ears, but I think it's more practice to continue doing what you're doing, but the ears are going like radar dishes.
Come on, Pocket. Let's get back to the blue water.
Saya's gonna plant
Yeah,
herself so
okay.
she's the last one to leave.
Damn it.
Nanha's gonna be right behind Pocket's butt.
Oh, please.
We should go like just check and see if they're okay. You know, maybe just like the coffin maker's house, something
Keep moving,
happened.
Pocket.
We should go see.
You really
I'm
think
just
we
saying.
could stop Pocket from being in here if he doesn't want to be?
Saya's gonna hold up her hand in the spritz motion.
Stop!
I didn't spritz
Don't,
you,
don't.
but I will if you do not walk out the door.
We
I'm
have
sure
an
we'll back
invitation to come back and check on her daughter later. You could maybe look at them then. But for now, let's leave, please.
Ooh, I want to do so bad. All right, we'll leave. We'll leave.
So once we're out on the street and like I'm relatively convinced that Pocket is going to behave, I'm gonna like drop back to Verity and kind of like tap her on the shoulder and sort of like under my breath but in Infernal say to her, if things do go wrong with Lady Voctor, you know we've got your back, right?
Activate eyebrow.exe again. She doesn't say anything, just kind of like interesting development. She can no longer say bad things about him behind his back in this language that he understands. Not that she did anyway, but
Axel just kind of smiles and pats her on the back and goes back up to the.
oh, visible uncomfortableness at being touched on the back. But okay, discomfort is the word, not uncomfortableness. Discomfort.
All right.
Perfect timing on that music.
I know. You guys walk through the streets, the sun beginning to set. You actually see some people interacting at this point on the street. There's a bit of just this feeling of ease for the time being. You make your way back to the blue water. The hanging wooden sign creaking a little bit. You walk inside, and the tavern is actually rather full. Many people drinking in some sort of celebration or dourness, you are sure, but the mood is much happier than it was when you arrived.
That looks a bit better.
What's the C?
The C is something that I accidentally selected.
Oh,
It's the room marker in the thing. It's for some reason Roll20 makes it an actual token that you can bring out onto the map.
no, I'm just curious. Just never mind. Sorry about the fourth wall.
It's okay, it's for Cookie, and that's good enough for me.
Hey, I was waiting for somebody to make the joke. I knew that we couldn't get through it without it. Did they save our rooms? We still have rooms here, right?
You still have rooms.
Okay, whew, good. So busy. I just thought,
Most of the people still live here. They have their own homes to go to.
What is this person? They look different than people we've seen before.
It is somebody you've seen before.
Rictavio?
Yes.
Rictavio!
In my head, he's Salt Bay.
Yeah, that's fitting. He does actually turn the corner as you all walk in. Gives a wave to the party.
Waves back enthusiastically.
A more subdued wave from Saya, but then she's moving up actually to talk to Danica and Erwin.
I am glad to see you back. See, I told you, honey. I told you they'd come back safely. I said that they would too, Erwin.
Yeah.
I am Erwin's curse.
Yep, nobody was permanently eaten. It's great. I was wondering, could I rent a brazier from you for, an hour and a half?
Yeah, we can make something work. Yes, sure.
Wonderful. Thank you. Good to see that business is booming again.
Yes, it's good to see you too. That was a very strange request. Yes, I know. But you put me on the spot like that, Erwin. You're going to have to deal with it. Ouch. Seriously? Yes, seriously. Now get back to the customers before I give you the backside of my hand.
Wow. Oh, wow.
She wears the pants in this goddamn relationship. That's right.
So Verity will kind of nudge Nanaha,
Yeah.
make them, kind of nod towards the stairs.
Nods back. Okay.
Could you do that thing with my hair now, please? Before we
Sure.
go to bed.
Sure, can do.
Oh, wait. Are we going to talk to Rictavio first? Because that's way more important.
We could talk to Rictavio real quick.
Oh, shit. That wasn't in character. That was meant to the party. Sorry. Verity didn't suddenly drop 2 octaves in, her accent.
I know. I'm just saying, though. We could talk to Rictavio first, because he's fun.
You all make your way up to the bar. Hello there, friends. I'm so happy to see you again.
I'm so happy to see that you weren't having issues quite so bad with the bloated beings like everybody else seemed to be.
Yes, that was a rather series of unfortunate events. Thankfully, I was able to keep out of the worst of it. Helped out some people where I could. It took more villagers than it should have, but I hear you all are to thank for this finally peaceful night that we're getting.
Well, when you see a ton of undead coming out of the water, you can't just let them keep coming, or at least I can't.
Really interesting, and I'm glad that you had the ambition to. Would you-
Totally interrupting the conversation. I'm going to tap Nanaha on the shoulder, very pointedly.
Everybody's tapping my shoulder. I did not say that loud. Yeah?
We have a piddlewick to go get, and I have my whip to get back.
True. Okay. I guess I'll talk with you later, Octavio. I have to go to the shop real quick, but hey, I'll be back later if you're around.
You do realize that the toy maker's shop is closed, right?
It better be open. I need that whip back.
I think he might want to talk with us. If it's closed, it's closed, but it doesn't hurt to go and knock.
Besides, I'm sure we could always open the shop up.
Wink.
All right. Well, be careful. I'll make sure to put the round I was going to give you all as a rain check later.
Thank you so very much.
All right. What does Are we going to split the party with some going to the shop, or what are we doing?
I apparently need to get a piddlewick quick.
Axel is going to go change back into his armor, so that's going to take a while. And then
Okay.
the church.
All right.
Saya's just waiting for a brazier because she doesn't know about anything else.
You have been given a brazier. They had to borrow it from the church.
Well, it's not like the brazier gets destroyed. I just need to burn the stuff
No,
in
I
it
know.
for the spell. So that will take an hour and 10 minutes because ritual casting takes an extra 10 minutes. But
Okay, so Saya's casting stuff. Axel is going to communion.
And we're apparently going to the toy maker shop to try to get back a friend and a whip.
Okay. Just Nanaha in pocket?
I mean, Verity has to go with Nanaha. She doesn't know how to make her hair the way she wants it by herself, so she's got to
Okay.
go.
We'll take care of this after we get piddlewick back, okay?
Roz, what are you up
I'm going
to?
for a whip. I don't care about piddle.
He has no motivation to do anything, so he'll just stay there.
Okay. Sounds
Aw,
good.
you're not going to follow and eat popcorn watching the chaos ensue?
No, he did that already. Different
All right.
experiences.
All right. We'll pick up with Axel. You head over to the church. What would you like to do?
Sure. So once we get there, is there like a church bell or something there in this church?
Yes, there is, but it is something you have to climb up to get to.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to go in and like sit down and pray for a bit. But when it's at some point, if I see Matilda, I'm going to get up to speak to her.
You will see her. There's a small congregation. You arrived basically at what seemed to be the end of a mass.
Excellent. Yeah. So I will let her finish her service and speak to her afterwards.
Come on over. Oh, yes, it's nice to see you again so quickly. What is up?
It is I only caught the tail end. It was a very nice sermon. You're taking this position well.
I'm making most of it up as I go, other than what comes from the texts. But Father Lucian was a very hard role to feel.
I think every priest I've ever met has said something to that effect. You're doing fine. No, I came to just kind of steel myself for tomorrow, but in the morning, can you use the bell to call your congregation? I'd like to address them briefly, as many people in the town as I can.
All right, that is the least I can do after the kindness you showed me out on the island.
Thank you very much. You can call it a guest sermon if you need to for your records. Is there anywhere safe that you can get to in this church, or relatively safer than the main room here?
There are chambers, yes. Why?
Things may get a little noisy in the town tomorrow, and if they do, take yourself, any of the children that you can get. Just stay safe for as long as you can.
What are you planning?
With luck, we're going to save this city.
There is... What do you mean?
My group and I plan to remove Isaac and the Burgomaster and let this town actually shine in the morning Lord's light. Remove this awful plague and this awful management from the people here.
I see. Please Do not do anything rash.
Hopefully, it can be done without bloodshed, but I fear that may not be the case.
All right.
Thank you, Matilda. Hopefully, we don't cause too much of a scene.
I hope so as well. This village is not good for a battleground.
Thank you for the follow, Lunarsec.
I agree. And I'm gonna. Do you mind if I stay and pray for a while?
No, by all means.
Thank you very much. And Axel's just go find himself a spot in the pews and reflect on what we're doing.
Okay. Other group, you make your way through the streets. And you see the sign in front of the familiar toy shop turned to closed. There's some light burning in the background further in, but there's nothing in the immediate main chamber.
I'll give the door a knock.
Does he react to the knock?
There's doesn't seem to be any response.
No, he better open up this door or I will tear this door down.
Hush, hush. Can I see inside the building at all?
Roll a perception check. You do see some movement in the back room.
All right, I can officially see into the building. Poof!
You teleport inside. Poof, poof. Cloud of mist appearing as you arrive.
Wait, she did the Ross. Verity, she did the Ross thing.
Yes, she just relax, Pocket. It's fine. Actually, while Nama has teleport, she'll just kind of like, do you really need that awful whip?
Yes, it was a gift. I mean, it doesn't work anymore, but still. Sentimental value, you know?
Does she look like she knows sentimental value? She won't say anything and just wait.
Piddlewick! Piddlewick, are you here?
We are closed.
Hey, Blinsky! I'm back for Piddlewick. Where's my little friend?
He broke out of the building earlier. I do not know where Mechanical Man went.
Insight check.
Go ahead. He has no clue.
I'm gonna shout a bit louder. Piddlewick, are you near?
You hear some screeching from a monkey.
All right. Looks like I'm gonna have to find my friend. Do you know about how long ago he left?
Several hours. I am very disappointed as I was going to be inspecting him. And he had just been leaving Blinsky without even a goodbye.
Did he take my other friend's whip with him?
There was whip?
Yeah, that weird handle thing that we bribed him with to hang out with you for a bit.
I do not be knowing. Perhaps?
Can I take a quick look around to see if he dropped it?
That would be fine. It has been very stressful day. So Blinsky would be liking to be sleeping soon. So please make it quick.
I guess that would be a perception check then, real quick.
Yes, or an investigation.
Perception's better.
You see a small little monkey climbing up onto the cash register, or the cashier area. You don't see anything matching a whip handle description.
Well, sorry to disturb you, Blinsky. We just wanted to pick up Piddlewick if we could.
Blinsky is very sorry that Mechanical Man was not here. I am very sad that I was not able to study magnificent creation.
I'm surprised he didn't get at least a little bit of time before he left. I mean, he didn't immediately follow me out the door, did he?
No, he was playing hide and seek for many hours. Then there was crash and he was out of window.
Okay, well, thank you for letting me know. I'm sure we'll see you around.
Please to be telling your cat friend not to be killing me, please.
It's not your fault. I will keep him from acting aggressive. And I'll just poof back out the way I came. I'll just peek out a window and go boop.
You hear a surprised yelp. As you poof out, you hear it muffled through the windows.
That was the effect I was going for.
Where's the creepy little fucker?
In his shop. Kidding. It looks like Piddlewick did not want to stay, so your handle is wherever Piddlewick is. Do you want to help me find it?
Kill him.
Don't you dare. The quicker we find Piddlewick, the quicker we can get your handle back. Do you want to do a quick look around, or do you just want to hope he comes back with it?
Yeah, I'm gonna look.
Well, you know, a lot of times memories are just as valuable as the actual objects themselves. You don't really need the handle.
Well, then you're about to be a memory.
Hush,
Stomp off.
Pat.
Did he just threaten me? I think he just threatened me.
I think he's very anxious about the handle. Whoever gave it to him must have been very important. Do you think we have the ability to help him look, or is he just going to go off on his own, do you think?
That's up to what he does.
I'm storming off, looking around the building for perhaps little Piddlewick tracks.
Roll survival.
Let's do a little bit of looking, try to help him. I will also roll to see if I can find Piddlewick tracks.
Pocket, you're just basically kicking the ground in anger at this point.
Verity, do you want to help me look or no? It would make the task quicker.
Fine.
Separate rolls or roll at advantage.
One roll with advantage. Actually, one straight roll, because Pocket's temper tantrum kicked away a lot of tracks. You do see some tiny footprints that seem to run off towards the stockyard.
Okay, Pocket. Now, cool your tits. I know you got a bunch of them. But he went this way, as far as I can tell, and if you stomp on more of it, it's going to be harder to track him, okay?
Let's find him.
Okay. Now, behave. It is a lot easier to get an item back from a person if they like you than if you're chasing them. So we go off towards the stockyard.
You do. You make it there. The stockyard there's still a sign that says closed. There is a wooden gate barring access, but it's not hard to get around.
Do I see further tracks?
You do.
I follow the tracks.
All right. You find your way there. You see a couple of shapes in the darkness.
Piddlewick! Piddlewick, are you here?
Do you hear that? No, shut up your face, brother. There is someone here. You are just chicken. Are you going to do the dare, or am I going to have to tell everyone that you are a coward?
I'm going to full on yell for Piddlewick. I'm not going to do that in everybody's ears.
You just got townies pissing themselves in the background.
All right. As you yell, you see two humans staggering and basically trying to run off from the sound of your yells.
Well, they failed that dare.
Are they carrying a Piddlewick?
Not sure. They're far enough away.
Pocket, do you want to jog up and see?
I'll give chase.
And I'll keep searching around the area to try to find Piddlewick.
All right. Pocket, you easily outpace and catch up.
I will circle in front of them and in an attempt to stop them, but also look for Piddlewick.
You don't see Piddlewick with either of them.
Hey, you! Either of you seen a small little kid, about yay big, creepy fucking face, with a little whip handle in his hand?
Are you for real? Shut up, Carl. We should get back before Mother notices we're gone.
I'm gonna pull up my rapier. Have you seen this little kid?
What the fuck? No, we have not seen your little fucking kid. What is this? What is this fucking werewolf on about?
What were you two doing in there?
Nothing. We went for a nightly walk. This is a free village.
Well, if you do see that doll, go tell Blinsky. I'm gonna run back.
Before he was like, hey, I think I saw the little kid in that bright wagon.
Bright wagon, got it. I'm off.
So, do I still see any tracks from him?
They start to lose because there seems to be patches of grass. And at this point you see Pocket zooming right towards you.
Those kids said they saw him in a bright wagon.
You mean that one?
The brightly colored wagon from Rictavio.
All right. I quietly walk over towards the wagon and try to peer inside. Piddlewick!
Roll a stealth check, Nanaha.
I have been going Piddlewick! Oh, I don't think the stealth was very good to begin with.
You hear some very agitated noises.
Peering. Just looking.
Yeah. You see a very large saber-toothed cat slamming against the side of the wagon out of like anxious fear as you approach.
Hey, buddy, it's okay. I'm not gonna open the door. I can't talk to animals, but I'm gonna be talking very pleasantly. Pedork, are you in there?
Roll animal handling at disadvantage.
Not that it matters much.
It seems to have calmed down a little bit. And it's backed down. Like, so when I'm talking, like, this is like a full-blown saber-toothed tiger. This is a huge fucking cat.
If I weren't part of the circus, I would have pissed myself by now.
Is Pedalick in there?
Can I not, of course, getting too close because I don't want to disturb Kitty, but can I look around from what I can see and see if there's the little guy in there?
Go ahead and roll investigation.
That's
No.
sad.
Not really.
Pedalick! All right, Mr. Kitty, you have a good night, okay? I walk back up to Pocket. Yeah, I don't see him. Maybe he went back to the inn.
Is that to Fluffy? Is that clearly identifiable as Rictavio? Like, were we told that was his, or do we remember?
The wagon clearly says Rictavio's Carnival of
That's
Wonders on the side.
Well, then we'll go ask Rictavio and go back to the inn.
Rictavio's at the inn, so I guess we should go back to the inn. Just out of habit, I open up the bag of holding and swing my hands around a bit to see if I can summon a Piddlewick.
Doesn't seem to be in there.
Well, damn, worth a shot. To the inn!
And as you make your way back to the inn, I'd like to ask a simple question. Pounce, are you going to be streaming after this?
No, I got some stuff to do for tomorrow. Tomorrow's campaign, unfortunately.
All right. As everyone heads back to the inn from their respective jobs, this is a pretty good place to stop for the night. I hope everyone had a good time.
Woo!
That was
always,
fun.
Fluffy, thanks for running.
Thank you guys for playing.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for coming out
Yes.
and playing, and thank you so
Please
much.
don't make Piddlewick come and kill us.
Thanks, chat. Yeah, no Piddlewick murder.
Bye, chat.